What's up, guys? Welcome back to the American Dream. I'm your host and Delaware realtor, Ryan Hadley. Today we are stepping out of the world of real estate and into the art of storytelling through ink. Today we're at Cherry Kiss Tattoo, a new tattoo studio in Elsmere, Delaware. We're going to meet Cassie DeBord. She's the owner and artist. Not only are we going to hear about her journey and her passion of real estate, but we're going to get a first-hand look and a full experience of what it's like to get a tattoo on me. So I'm going to be your host and her client. Let's dive in. Cassie?
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
How are you?
Nice to see you again.
Doing well. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Guys, This is Cassie DeBord. She's the owner of Cherry Kiss Tattoo.
Hello.
So we're going to go through the entire process of what it's like to get a tattoo. And I've given her an idea that I have, but actually this is going to be the first time I'm actually seeing it. So we're going to get a full experience right now.
So your original design that you sent me was kind of an illustration of your family's flowers,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Your wife and your kids?
Yep.
So very, very similar to that. Obviously, we're not inventing flowers here, but I did, kind of mess around with the composition a little bit to make sure it works better as a tattoo.
Sure.
So here's the original image that you sent me. I would say, we've got like a nice orange here, we've got a nice golden yellow, and we have kind of a sky blue. Usually what I like to do for like kind of the lily of the valley, those little white bellflowers, I like to put a little bit of blue in them to give the illusion that that's a shadow, and then your skin tone is the white.
Is the white. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. How long have you been tattooing? And what got you started? What's the journey? What's your story?
Yeah, I've been tattooing since 2013. Basically, have been drawing my entire life. And when I was about 6 years old, my eldest sister, who was 16 at the time, my mom let her get a tattoo. She got a little rose on her ankle. And she came home, and I looked at her and I was like, that is the coolest thing I have ever seen. And I had been drawing incessantly. I mean, my parents, those were my favorite gifts, like pens and pencils. Yeah.
From the artwork on the walls and the style that we're going with this, you consider yourself a more traditional artist, traditional style. There's lots of different styles out there. You consider yourself a traditional artist.
It's true, yeah. I kind of am on the illustrative, traditional side. I do love to reference, old Flash, Sailor Jerry,
Yep.
Ed Hardy, the classics everybody kind of knows right offhand.
If you could tattoo any famous person, celebrity, who would it be?
Ooh, this is a good one.
And what would it be? If they gave you free reign of of your artistic talent, what would you do?
I really like Pink, the singer.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Pink, and she's from Pennsylvania, from like the Philly area, from Delco area, I believe. And she was at a pizza shop right by a place I used to work, and a friend of mine worked there and was like, Pink's at, our pizza spot, and I was like, tell her I'll give her a free tattoo. Right. It's just too late, I just missed her, but maybe something really cool, like a Pink Panther would be really cool.
So there's different needles for shading, line work. Talk about that.
Yes. So if you think about like a pen versus a paintbrush, right? There's actually very similar tools in tattooing. So the tool that I'm using is kind of like using the needle version of a paintbrush rather than like a pen.
Have you ever made a mistake? And if so, how'd you fix it?
Oh, definitely. That is weirdly just a part of tattooing is you're going to make a mistake. You're gonna mess it up. But I think the key is knowing how to fix it.
Well, that was an experience, guys. Thank you, Cassie.
Thank you.
For sharing your passion and for putting your artistry on my skin. This just proves that if it's careers, homes, tattoos, every story leaves a lasting mark. Until next time, keep chasing the American dream.